is Toju Foyeh. I'm a fashion designer. I'm CEO of Toju Foyeh. I have been in business now unofficially for 5 years. I feel like I was almost born into it because at the time I was born, my parents were actually making clothes. That's actually how we started.
Toju Foyeh is one of the hottest celebrity fashion designers.
When beauty meets brains, witty, creative, passionate, fierce, fearless, beautiful. Did we mention petite?
She has the fashion, she has the charisma, she has the personality.
A woman that embodies, Nigerian femininity and Nigerian creativity.
When it comes to Toju Foyeh, we'll never run out of words to describe this superstar.
I'll say she's really, really down to earth. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw her images and so I was like, oh, she's gonna be so stuck up.
The face and brains behind almost every beautiful dress on the red carpet.
She creates from wedding dresses to party outfits to everything.
Arguably one of the trendiest and hottest fashion designers in the African fashion scene. Toju Foyeh is bold, ambitious, and dramatic with her pieces.
For her, it's not just about making clothes, it's about making an impact, it's about inspiring people, it's about training staff, it's about, the bigger picture.
Toju targets women of style and class who want to be perceived as sophisticated, elegant, and glamorous.
Put a hot, like sauce, a bit of sauce to it.
Here are a few reasons why Toju is a Sisi Eko. Toju Foyeh was born on the 13th of July 1989, the first of 4 children. And born into a family of fashion enthusiasts, Toju developed a keen interest in fashion at a young age. Her parents owned a fashion house and her grandmother was a designer. As a child, she was intrigued by the creativity in high fashion and started putting her ideas to paper at year 9. Toju bagged her first degree in law at the University of Reading and obtained her LLM from the University of Manchester.
I never knew she did law, so when she told me, oh, I actually went to University of Reading and I did my degree in law, I was like, you?
Because fashion is her first love, she attended fashion school for a year and studied fashion design at Istituto Marangoni in Milan.
She was a couple of years ahead of me at university. She was actually my brother's friend before I stole her. But we didn't become close friends up until about 7 years ago when we went to law school.
She returned to Nigeria and attended law school and was called to bar and making her eligible to practice law in Nigeria.
When we were in law school, we were sitting for a lesson, yes. And we had been in the lesson for about 20 minutes. And then Toju waltzes in with her high slit skirt. Obviously a fashion designer. She waltzes in about 20 minutes late. And like when you're coming late, usually what you do is you go through the back, try not to be seen. Toju walks across the whole class and the lecturer is just like, what are you doing here? And then they noticed her skirt was, maybe the slit was too high or something. And they said, yeah, sorry, you can't stay in the class or something. I can't remember the exact details. And you would think now, she would be remorseful. Nope, she literally just, as soon as she came, she just walked right back out. Like, okay, if you don't want me in this class, I'm actually just gonna go.
I actually never knew that Toju actually went to uni and studied law. I had no clue.
Oh, she used to describe herself as a prude, oh, I'm such a prude. After some time, I realized that she's really not a prude.
Toju has been quoted to say that she always wanted to be a designer, and her law degree was strategic as she wanted a background that would help her fashion business.
I think she's always known that she wanted to do fashion, because I remember actually, one of my first encounters with her was at the Afro-Caribbean Society. We had a fashion show. And I think she had just made her first collection. It wasn't anything formal, it wasn't anything, major, but they were quite lovely pieces for someone of her age and someone who was still at university.
Like we mentioned, this fashion diva is smart.
I mean, obviously her training as a lawyer helps her think analytically, and I think naturally that's how she thinks.
In 2016, and I remember them telling me, I was like, oh, I want to do a fashion collection. That was my final piece. And they were like, oh, you need to come up with designers, at least 4 or 5 designers that you need to actually research. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, who do I know? Who do I know? Who do I know? So I picked 2 British designers, 1 American designer. I was like, I want 2 Nigerian designers. So I remember calling Toju up. I thought first of all, I didn't personally call her. I got my cousin to call her. Because I was scared, like, oh my gosh, she's not going to answer me. She's going to be snobbish. She's going to be this, she's going to be that. This is before I really started to get to know her more on a personal level. And he was like, no, just call her up. She's friendly. I picked up the phone. And at first, she didn't pick. I don't really think she knew the number. So when I texted, like, Toju, I'm doing a project. I need your help and everything. She actually was like, send me all your questions. Send it to me via email and I'll answer them. And I was like, I literally thought I was going to wait a week or two. And less than 24 hours, she wrote me like, let's just say she wrote me enough things to have like a whole chapter on Toju Foyeh. So I was really like, oh my gosh, you don't really get that many people that will actually sit down and dedicate their time overnight to write so much. And she really took it in detail, and fair to say that I got an A. So I was really happy. I was extremely excited. So I'll say she's one of those friendly people that you can always approach for anything. She launched at a fashion show. I'm not really sure what fashion show it was. And that's when she debuted her collection, and it went like that.
How much is my dream wedding ring gonna cost me? About 30 million naira.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, you can use that money for so much more.
Something you're just going to wash up.
And so what happens to the money? The more extravagant, the more unique, the better for me.
So many questions will be answered with renowned makeup artist, visual artist. And guess who will be talking about rings, DJs, and prices?
Oh, we're expecting 500 people and it must be strictly 500. I just do a mental calculation for 700 people in my head.
And things have changed. Parties are like carnivals and perhaps bigger than carnivals.
I've got 10 million I want to spend on the wedding ring, and then exactly 10 million we spend.
Actually never compare any other makeup application to the one that you'll be getting on your wedding day.
Like they always say, cut your coat according to your size.
I would literally spend my entire allowance.
This is Wedding on a Budget.
We are the wedding police. We were talking about the baddest wedding in Lagos.
Is in Michael Jackson bag.
Subtle earrings, subtle accessories, good wedding gift.
Dress, check, cup, check.
I hate everything about it. I hate the cut.
Whatever happened to decency at weddings?
Auntie vibes.
Sweet Jesus.
That's what they call it, the Yoruba demons. So there's no way you're going to a wedding dressed like this.
I wouldn't even wear that to clean the toilet.
It's lack of confidence that makes us dress so loud. It's not your wedding.
It's disgusting.
I want to take that book up and just triangle her.
Look like you're going for something. This is a juxtaposition between...
Whoever did that makeup on Bolale will never go unpunished.
Don't even bring out the devil in me right now. I hate this dress. Let's just keep it moving right now. Like, we should stop people from dressing like this.
So next time you get ready for a wedding, think about us.
Wedding has cut or carved a niche for itself to become an industry on its own.
To document life that would never happen again, in court, so to speak.
My click moment was at Obi and Osa's wedding.
The click moment for me from that wedding was when the husband and the wife, they were, like facing each other, and I got that click, bam.
Those moments that easily go unnoticed. We pride ourselves in that. We want you to look at your album and say, oh, when did this happen?
Those moments were just priceless. And hey, look, click, 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 click.
First dance at weddings are always very emotional for me.
There's a whole lot going on in Nigerian weddings.
You mean I'm going to wait for the professional photographer to send it to you, then you send it to me? No.
The fashion entrepreneur launched her debut collection in Lagos, Nigeria at the Arise Fashion Week in December 2011.
Was there really cute stuff that I knew that I could see myself in?
First time I saw Toju Foyeh was on Instagram. I believe Tiwa Savage wore a design that was created by Toju Foyeh.
She attributed her breakthrough in the industry to Tiwa Savage.
When Tiwa first came to Nigeria, she got introduced to Toju as someone who could make pieces for her, like performance pieces and also red carpet pieces. And I just I think Toju took a liking to her. I think she, they got along well.
At the time she started her career, Tiwa Savage has just been signed to Maven Records, and Toju had the opportunity to style her for events. As the Maven First Lady rose to prominence, so did Toju.
Toju knew about the fashion, Tiwa knew about the music, and they were like, listen, hey, we could help each other out.
The Toju Foyeh brand is an interesting addition to clothing lines for women of style and class.
Now she's starting to make a name for herself as like having her own styles that she makes too, or like known for like her silhouettes or like her attention to like detail that people can come to her for instead of just being like a tailor.
Her creations exude elegance, sophistication, and glamour.
Toju Foyeh has definitely created like a great platform for fashion designers.
Toju has a long list of A-list celebrity clients like Omaomi, Waje, Toke Makinwa, Osasi Godaro Ajibade, Chidimma Ikile, Jennifer Alize, Adama Idimi, and many other high-profile clients, even the First Lady of South Africa.
She knew that, I think she knew at the back of her head that she's coming to Lagos and she's gonna kill it. But I don't think she knew how far her fashion was gonna go.
Toju is a definition of what a passionate woman looks like.
Whenever I see her, she's in something cute.
Her drive to constantly be excellent in an industry that is so competitive and diversified is amazing.
She really appreciates that relationship she has with her customers, so she's really down to solve anything like that.
Toju took the fashion industry by storm and won the Designer of the Year at Future Awards and Sisterhood Awards in 2012.
In Nigerian culture, we have gele, we have hair tie, we have turbans. So she's taking it a step further with these like super over-the-top headpieces that she, wears with her colorful, bedazzled outfits.
I feel like there's one trend that she started. I don't know if it was her that started or someone else, but I know I saw it on her first. Was that like gilly thing she does and she makes it into a rose? I don't know. I really want to try it, but I feel like my head is too small, but I don't know. She pulls it off.
The gele that goes up to the side.
She had one of these, the avant-garde geles. I think this was the second or third time that she'd worn the avant-garde gele, and gele was white as well.
That's one thing that I would say that Toju has put a stamp on.
Toju has stamped her foot in the sands of time of the fashion industry and cannot be forgotten.
One of her best looks for me was when she replicated Beyonce's outfit because she's a massive Beyonce fan.
So one of my favorite looks that I've seen Toju in is definitely what she wore for a Christmas party that she recently attended. I believe the outfit was very, very festive, very colorful, and very vibrant.
The best look I've seen Toju in was a white jumpsuit. She called it Petali Bianchi.
She reintroduced Nigerians to her dexterity once again when she took on the daunting role of making and styling Adesuwa Somi for her traditional wedding.
And I can say that for sure, for a fact, she's going to sew my wedding dress.
She is a fighter.
If you're passionate about a craft, you have to own it and put your all in it.
Toju is a simple woman and we love her for it. The dress-wearing and bag-loving designer loves to cook and bake in her spare time.
I remember I was like really going ahead that she didn't know how to bake. Turns out that she's a very good cook and she can actually bake.
Imagine what she can whip up in the kitchen.
Never judge a book by its cover.
I will be taking you through my top 10 wedding playlist.
My number 10 video.
Yes, No by Banky W.
Simi at number 8 with Oambe. Did you say my name?
My most memorable wedding experience was...
And the bride mistakenly spilled champagne on my DJ decks.
One thing is, if a babe has been performing for you at the wedding and this song comes up, she's going to start to rap, she's going to start to like sing to it.
Femi by Musa.
I would know that that is what I need to be complete.
Trying to think of the most romantic thing someone has done for me.
Like getting married and stuff, and I'm just like, yo, I'm not ready.
Flavor being topless. Woo.
White weddings, it doesn't fairy tales.
Oh, and let everybody know that you guys are getting married.
100% DJ.
Welcome to Bar Room Therapy. It is said that a lot of people on that side get to say a lot of things to me, the barman on this side.
I was misdiagnosed of polio. It started hitting me
back to back.
One of the things we love doing is getting your perspective and also lessons learned.
I got into a place where I realized I had to find strength.
My no bone was broken.
Bobrisky has taken your job. If they keep on going with the Bobrisky has taken your job.
You still believe in the institution of marriage?
I want to be known as a parent, not a single mom.
I mean, I think what got to me most was one comment that somebody said, I'm sure the reason the guy left her is because she's very fat, and fat people are very dirty.
I wasn't expecting that I would be romantically involved with Tinto Tony.
I'm a hopeless romantic. And when I love, there's no going back.
I am Oscar, and welcome to my bar.
Are you in a relationship?
Nah, I'm single, man.
Single?
Hell yeah.
Why is everybody single? Today, we have entries by 5 different seekers looking for love in the Link Up Lounge. I'm a 26-year-old girl named Jadisola. I'm a hot, light-skinned Igbo girl. So why does every man cheat on me?
No, Nigerian men, sir.
And again, we have a guest here, a very exciting guest, helping me out to find the most compatible entries. Gonna put together a perfect match. So do you think that Precious is gonna find a guy that would never cheat on her?
I can't say.
Because the island girls, they don't like trouble. I get gay, paja.
First thing I look at, I like lips.
Oh, we have a professional matchmaker here. I love to role play in the bedroom. So what role would you like to play?
Charlie, baby, let me pay for your masters.
Sorry, are we taking entries from married people now? Great job.
There were rumors that she once dated music artist Lynx.
She called Lynx Bae or Babe on Grapevine.
I think she did an interview or at some point she called him Bae. So that whole thing just took off. Like, it was like, I heard it everywhere. Oh my God, told you a Lynx, told you a Lynx. So it got to a point whenever I see it, I'm always trying to look like, oh my God, is Lynx here? Are they talking? Are they not talking? So it was, oh my God, the speculations.
She never confirmed nor denied the rumors.
I asked her once. I don't think I really got a straight answer, so I just left it. So I don't really know. I wish I knew, but I don't really know. I can't.
Toju is very private about her personal life and likes to create a clear-cut distinction between her private life and her business.
But the media and everyone seems to think that they're dating or they're going to get married, so wait and see.
I don't think it's anybody's business. If they dated, who cares?
There's no way her personal life wouldn't have gone intertwined with her business.
I think they'd make a really cute couple.
Toju is an inspiration and glimmer of hope to anyone pursuing their dreams.
I see Toju Foyeh working with international artists.
In the next 5 years, I mean, I would like to see her, explore with the same way she's exploring with, wearing different styles of headdresses, explore with different styles of gowns.
I can see Toju Foyeh taking over. I know she already has her mark on some places abroad, but I can see her actually taking over because every time I see her collection, she's coming out with something new, something innovative, something that I won't say most designers haven't thought about, but she does things but pushes it to the edge. And I can see her having her own, you know how you have like New York Fashion Week and all that? I can see her having like a Toju Fashion Week if she actually puts her mind to it.
I think in the next 5 years, she would have a couple of ready-to-wear shops.
I feel like her designs are definitely something that could go global.
Her persistence and determination to go after what she wants relentlessly is why she is a phenomenal Sisi Eko. We know she's going bigger, and we're all here for it.
Toju is it, what's that? Sisi or Madame Eko?
Just the way she conducts herself and the way that she's able to make a name for herself.
Toju Foyeh is a Sisi Eko because she can definitely be a role model for upcoming fashion designers.
The fact that she's a doer, she does things, whereas most people dream about things. She goes out and she does things. She's a go-getter, she's driven. She doesn't leave anything to be, she does things herself. She doesn't leave anything to be done. She doesn't, waste any time. So I think it's because she thinks about the bigger picture.